Well, what I got here is an old Recon ES Honda. This is one that had been parked in a garage and almost forgotten. So thought I'd make a quick video. You can see I've sort of removed some of this plastic fittings. But basically I removed the seat. And what I did is, it's actually a pretty simple process to replace this carburetor. Now, I could, of course, rebuild the old carburetor, but I picked this up original Honda for a pretty good price. And to remove it, really all that was required is there's two 10mm bolts here that bolted to the cylinder head here. And once you remove one on this side and on the other side, I mean, this thing pulls out. Of course, you're going to have to move your air box back a little bit, pop it off. In terms of installation, you're just taking your choke cable, plugging it back onto the new. And I'm putting an inline fuel filter in this thing. And I'm going to run strictly non-ethanol gas to try to prevent some of the plugging problems that happens with these carburetors. But anyway, the job is pretty much done now. I've taken, like I said, the bolts off the cylinder head, pulled the carb off, put a new one on, bolted those back down. Cut a little bit of this hose here and put me an inline fuel filter in here, going to the carb here. Connected it back up to my breather box. I'm going to put the filter back in here soon. Got to clean some of that old gas out of there. I'm going to put my new filter back in, put the top back on. I'm letting the battery charge a little bit too. And anyway, it should be done. So this is that old Honda Recon ES. I'm not sure of the year of these things, but I'm saying it's pretty old, but nevertheless, I'm sure it's the same for a lot of them. And I only gave $200 for this thing, so I'm sure I'll get it running. And it probably wasn't used a lot, just parked out in the rain and stuff over the years. A little rusty and stuff, but anyway, worth the $200. It needs some tires, probably. They look, let's see. Yeah, I don't see really much dry rot on them. But, so, it'll be all right for what I'm going to do anyway. I don't use a four-wheeler that much. Let me see, yeah. I don't really see any indication of real dry rot. A little dirty under there. But anyway, I'll change the oil probably too. And make some use of it to go with my other collections here. My garage is overflowing, you know. But anyway, hopefully this is helpful for anybody that might have something like this and need to change your carburetor. Of course, I guess while I'm here, I'll show you the old carb I pulled off. It's really simple. You can see that's the side that bolts to the cylinder head there. And just two bolts. Plugs that thing on. There's your choke screws down there on the top. That's your overflow there. And I might take this, open up this bottom and clean it out. That's your float nose in there. I'm sure that's the problem. The needle's probably clogged up and all. I might clean this up and keep it just as a spare. But relatively simple process. So I'll put it back in this box and keep it. So anyway, thanks for following along. Hopefully some of these videos will help somebody out there.